Hi everyone, it's Diane here at the greenhouse, and today in front of me you can see all my plants that I've been growing indoors, and I can't wait any longer. These guys are ready to be trimmed, and in front of you here is the radishes, cherry bell radish, black seeded Simpson lettuce, which is really getting crazy. We have some Italian kale. They're not real big, but they're still, when they're young, the leaves are really tasty. And spinach, not as full of a plant, but they are very good. I've tried a couple of the smaller leaves and they taste really good. Not bitter, kind of sweet almost. But next time I plant the spinach, I'm going to fill this up a little better because they didn't come in as thick as I wanted them to. So we're just going to harvest today, and I want to encourage all of you to, if you want to grow a few of this stuff in the wintertime indoors, it's absolutely possible. Now I grow under artificial lighting. If you got a good sunny location, you can also use that, but the artificial lighting just seems to work. I have my lights on 16 hours on and 8 hours off, and it's been working really well. All these have been fed with worm tea. Never used worm tea until this year, and I really love it. You can also use compost tea. So we're going to harvest it. We're going to make a salad. My radishes aren't quite as big as I want them yet, but I'm going to pull a few out today and just show you. And let's just do it. Let's make a plate of it today, and we'll have a salad, okay? The first thing we're going to harvest today is a few radishes. I don't want very many. These were planted on January 16th, 2012. And there's a few in here, nice ones. We're just going to pull a few of the nicer, bigger ones out today. They're not as big as I want them, but I don't really want to wait any longer. They're actually going to be really good younger. Then if you let them get too big, then they get kind of woody, so you don't really want them that way either. I'm also going to use the leaves in my salad. Also, you could stir fry with this if you wanted to. Don't let them tickle you on the way down because they're a little fuzzy. Anyway, look at that. It's nice. It's not as big as I like it to be, but it's wonderful. It's grown indoors, and that's all that counts. Let's find some more. Go through here and find a few more. Here's one over here. I'm looking for the biggest ones. Yes. Just cute. Just a cute little radish. I bet if I let these go another week, they would be real nice, but I'm not going to wait. This will allow more room also for them indoors. There. One in here, kind of crowded. Isn't that a beautiful plant? It's really nice. I think I'm going to let the rest get bigger. And they'll get there. Especially now that I took a few out. I do like them younger. I do. The taste will be good. And I'm the only one that eats them. Check it out. I think they look beautiful. I'm amazed that they grew indoors. You guys eat the tops if you want. You sure can do it. These are going to be sliced up in a salad. Next thing is the black seeded Simpson. As you can see, the leaves are getting really nice, and I'm just going to go in here and cut a few out. Just like so. And it's getting a little crowded. So last year I trimmed these back a couple times, and they always came back. We'll see how they do this year. But just go in there and pick out some of the ones you want. I got some hanging over the sides. I'll just trim them off. And the younger the better, in my opinion. I like the younger growth. It'll be a lot better tasting. Next time I might not seed it quite as thick, but I didn't realize the seeds were going to be so viable. They were older seeds, and you know that some of these seeds can last a few years and still be just fine. I'm not going to just cut enough for a salad today. I don't want to overdo it. This actually will encourage new growth. It'll be wonderful. And I'll wash these off, and if I don't use them all right away, they'll go in my crisper in my fridge, and they will be just fine. It helps crisp them up a little bit because they are a little bit soft growing indoors. They haven't had that outdoor exposure to be really tough leaf. They're kind of more of a soft, brittle leaf, but they'll still be fine. They'll still be edible. I did take a few off. Take a few more in the center here. You probably won't even be able to tell this in a week. These guys were grown the same time as I started the radishes, January 12th. And today's the 9th of February. So there's my black-seeded Simpson lettuce. Now the spinach was planted at the same time as everything else, January 16th, excuse me. And it's not as full, but it's coming. And I've actually taken some of these leaves off already. And I'm going to continue to do so because once you do, you get new growth in the center there. So don't be afraid to do that. And the leaves are not as big as what they would be originally, but hey, this is something that you've grown and you know where it came from, and it's just a wonderful thing. Once I trim these down, it should really encourage some new growth. I'm never afraid to trim. Trimming just really helps them thicken up. They will grow them inner leaves a lot thicker, and you will have a much fuller plant. You're probably thinking, wow, I'm butchering this thing, but nope, it's not. It's not the way it is. They'll be fine. Okay, just trying to get off some of the nicer, bigger ones, and that way it can start all over and get growing. Some of the smaller, the inner growth will start coming out now, and it will produce a really nice plant. One thing about spinach, they like it cooler. I got them indoors here, and it might be a little too warm, and it kind of produces a little more spindly plants. Some plants can handle it, and some plants can't. So there you go. Here is my spinach that's going to go on my salad. The last is the Italian kale. Now, I already transplanted out of this thing and it bounced back. It looks good. And what I'm just going to do is take some of the green growth off. And honestly, it's not going to hurt anything. I did this last year. And this newer growth, this younger growth, some of the younger growth is just wonderful tasting. So this also will be put in my salad, and I'm going to take you through that process too. So make sure you stay tuned. Just cut some of the leaves off like so, and just go around and do that. You don't have to wait till this thing gets completely mature, because it's actually just right now. And I also transplanted these out, and that will be on another video. Just going to get just enough. I don't want to overdo it. And what I like to put on my salads is I use Salad Supreme. I also use some sunflower seeds and almonds. I put almonds on my salads. It's just wonderful. So look at that. It doesn't, look at how that looks. That looks fine. So here's the kale. Okay, I'm going to show it all to you right now, that what I've done. Okay, we got our radishes, our black-seeded Simpson lettuce, we have some kale, and a little bit of spinach. Don't look like much, but I'm actually going to add some of the iceberg lettuce with it also and mix it up, and then we're going to use some of these leaves also from the radish tops. And we'll go from there. That'll be on my next video. Thanks so much for watching today, guys. I appreciate it so much. Encourage you to grow some of this from seed indoors. It works. If you have any questions, comments, just post them. And we'll see you on the next video. Bye.